Hey everyone, it's Cake here, and welcome back to the Rule of Cool. Now today we're going to be moving up and covering the 2000 cost mobile suits. But if you don't know what this is, it's I'm going through MBON, each cost per video, and rating all the burst attacks from whenever if they look cool or not. This has nothing to do if they're practical, if they're good in game, if they complement the mobile suits kit. It's solely based off if I think it's cool or not. Now I did make a tier list for you guys. Link will be down in the description if you guys want to follow along. I'm talking a little fast right now because as you see, we have a lot of mobile suits to cover. But before we get into things, I just want to explain one thing real quick. Now I did make an extra thing like right here. You're gonna see a 2, and that just means the second burst attack. And if you look at right here, you see a Z. That just means the mobile suit has a zombie mode, and that zombie mode has a burst attack. But anyways, let's jump right in. First up, the RX-78, and let's look at this. Oh, that's an amazing start. That's a very nice looking burst special. I want you guys to look really closely at the detail. It's not just a slash upwards into a beam shot. Look at the head and look at the arms, then look at the beam shot. Oh, it's that extra animation with the lighting, and the fact it loses one of its arms and one of its heads just adds a compliment. It's just, it references the last scene in the original Gundam, and it does a really good job with it. And because of that, I have to give this one a high score. It's a very good burst special. How good? I might give this a low S tier. I genuinely love this burst special just because of how short and sweet it is. If there's a burst special, this is just gonna be a starter. I might have to bring this down, but you know, I do have to give the Granddaddy Gundam its respect. You know, you gotta respect your elders, so let's start it with this. Okay, next up is the RX-78 again, but this is the Gundam with G parts. This is a completely different mobile suit, and let's look at the burst special. Okay, you call him Saria? That's nice. It's very basic. There's nothing that like I see about it that's whoa, but I do like how you incorporate the G parts with it. This guy's burst special could have easily just been the Gundam with the regular Gundam's burst special, and I don't think anyone would have bat an eye about it, but I like this. You know, let's give that an A. That's a low A. That's a low A right there. It's nothing bad. It looks really nice. I like how you yeet the shield, then you stab the enemy and bring him down with you. Overall, looks pretty good. Now for the perfect Gundam. Oh my god, that's so nice looking. Let's look at it. Oh, I'm a sucker for that. The wind-up punch is just, oh, that's so good looking. Let's look at that one. Oh, and we're gonna hit you with the meanest punch. Get the pose. Oh my god, that's so good. I'm not gonna talk. I'm gonna show you guys one more time because I want you to hear the voice clip. That's so good. Especially the ending, you literally flex on the enemy because you just hit them with the meanest punch to the face. That's really good. I like this one more than the RX-78. And so far, the Gundams, they're doing 2000 cost is so far so good. I might have to bring this guy to A tier because I do like this burst special, but I do not think it's as great as the perfect Gundams. It's just something about it. It's also the eyes. This is a very unique mobile suit because it has the SD eyes that actually emote. But you know, let's just keep moving. 2000 is looking really good so far. So we're gonna see this guy a lot. Char has like what, 6 mobile suits in this game? But let's start with Char's custom Zaku 2. Okay, it's very simple. However, I have an extreme bias to amphibious mobile suits. They're some of my favorite mobile suits in all of Gundam. Ian bringing out the Char's Zagok is just something special. His kit, you can already like use the Zagok, but it's really nice that they bring it out for the burst special, because it could have just been a bunch of melee swings, but just that 1, 2, 3, then da 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 da, then one last hit. I like that, especially that last punch. Maybe they could have put a little more emphasis into that, but it's good. I like it, you know. This is, it's nice. But where are we gonna bring that? God, I feel like I'm a lot more. I feel like I'm being just a much more lenient right now, cause like this is just so far really good, but maybe it's just. Maybe this is just a coincidence, you know? Maybe it's just a coincidence. I might bring things down later, you know, none of this is like cemented. At the end, I'm gonna still be moving things. It's just in the air right now. Nothing's cemented until the end. And we are back with Char again, but this is Char in his Gelgu. And let's look at this. Short, simple, and clean. I really like how he brings the Elma with Lala in. You run into the enemy, it pops him upwards. Char is like holding onto it on top. He jumps up, then uses the beam Nagata. It looks good. I don't see anything wrong with it. I really like the beginning animation with like that. And you can hit multiple people. That's clean. Like, God, I don't want to keep giving things A tier, but I don't see anything wrong with it. Like, the Gelgu's big thing is its Beam Nagata, and you would think it would just be a bunch of just Beam Nagata swings, but no, Char has to go the extra mile and bring the Elma in, and that just... it looks good. God damn, everything's looking good so far. Okay, McKeeves in his Zeon. And yeah, it's just a nuke. Massive AoE, which, you know, is cool, but, you know, the fencing mobile suit, you would think it would have something melee based or just a bunch of rapid stabs. I'm not too indifferent about this. I do like the pose in the beginning, so I would give this a high B, because it's not just a nuke. He does put a little effort into it, you know, and you know, I might move, I don't know, I feel like I like the Gelgu's, but like maybe he should be a B, because it's nice but it's not that nice. I like Char's a lot, I mean the Zaku a lot more, because he brings in the Zagok, and I don't know, let's keep that there. If I find something, maybe we'll change it, but so far, I just really like that, like how it is. But the Zeons, yeah, it's nothing super special, but it's not bad. Okay, now for the MK2, and this is the actual MK2, not the clone suits. You guys know how I'm not a fan of the Jirobi burst specials, unless they have an extra oomph to it. I do like how this immediately puts you into the Super Gundam, which is like her gimmick. Like she can just activate and go into the Super Gundam. That's nice, but like it's just a burst. I mean, whoopsies. It's just a like, it's just you know, it's not like, it's not bad, but like I don't think it's good. Yeah, that might have to be a C. I just don't think it's that great. It's just like, you know, it just looks like one of a normal moves. That's probably my biggest gripe about it, but maybe if there's a worse Jirobi, we might bring this to a B, because at least it looks nice. Like the Super Gundam, well, the MK2 has the backpack attached to it, which might help, but let's keep moving, you know, it's... I don't know. Now for the Messala, or Messala, however you pronounce this thing. Yeah, that was it. That's the burst special. It's just the pressure. That's alright. Maybe the name will help us a little bit. Yeah, it's just called pressure. I don't like it. It's just pressure, you know. It doesn't have the startup, but the startup is what made it look cool. It's kind of boring looking, like I don't really like it that much. Like it's like a visual thing that it's just like and it just comes out. I honestly have no idea how they could make this pressure look cool without having a long startup. That's just the thing. Like, that's the sad thing about it. It's a practical move because it has no startup, but because of it, it looks just alright. Maybe I'll switch the... Yeah, maybe we'll do this, just because while it is just a pressure, at least it's something that's not a big ass like a Jirobi. At least it's not a Jirobi. That's what I can say. Okay, now with Jared and the Marasai, this suit's a little weird because it's two mobile suits in one. And just to explain it real quick, when you die, you spawn in as the mobile suit at the bottom and you just hold down the charge button to change it like that. But anyways, let's go into this. Oops, that's the wrong one. It's just a Jirobi. Yeah, you know how I don't like my Jirobis, but I can... Let me read the name. Maybe that will help. Zeon rifle max output. I do like the spin at the beginning. See, look, you do that spin, then you do it. That makes it a little better than the Super Gundams, you know. It's... We'll put it at C, because at least it's just... You know, it has a little bit of character. You do a little spin, then you shoot it with one hand. Alright, that's fine. But let's move on to his second mobile suit, which has a different burst special. Now the Gaplant with I'll Make You Suffer first. And I know I'm butchering the name, but let's look at it. Okay, alright, that's good. You know, I don't see anything bad about that. It's a simple melee burst special. However, that ending part where you grab them and you wait for another one to take a slice, then you kick them in the back of the head, that's good looking, you know. I don't see anything bad with that. That's actually, you know, that tickles my fancy. We'll rate that higher than the RSI, the first version. Well, like the suit is really weird and I hate it a lot because you can't actually start with in this form. You have to start as the Marasai no matter what, which is just a pain. But I'll rate that as a B. I like that one. It's just a simple melee combo. And you know, it doesn't incorporate anything really cool like the Gelgoog or like Zaku, but it's still nice looking. It's simple, and that's what I like. Okay, time for Yazin in his weird ass stingray looking thing. This thing was really weird in the anime, but his best attack is called Have a Taste of My Sea Snake. Yazin is a character, alright, but anyways. God, this guy's weird. That's a really fast burst special, but it looks really cool, you know. You get two other ones and you guys hold the enemy down electrocuting them and each one takes a shot. That's pretty good looking, you know. I don't hate it. That's actually really nice. It's a very fast burst special that's executed in a very nice way. I would give that a high B. It doesn't do anything like beyond, but it does do, it's solid. You call in the boys, you electrocute the enemy, then you take the final shot and just, it looks good. Okay, now for Lux's Zeta Gundam. This is a clone suit of the Zeta. It does not have the same burst special as the Zeta. And this one's called Beam Rifle Sniping. Yeah. It's just a snipe shot, nothing special. She doesn't have this as a regular move, but like, you know, she just goes up, like back upwards, takes a pose, thunk, and pew, shoots the sniper shot. It's I don't like it that much. It's just the snipe shot, you know. She just goes backwards a little bit and goes and just takes the shot. Not that appealing, you know. Doesn't really take a pose or anything. It's nice, but I can't give this a high score while giving Jirobi's a low score, because she doesn't really do anything. Like, it just looks like she backdashed and shot her main gun. Yeah, I think I'm comfortable with this position. It's not that great looking. It's just, I like the Zeta Gundam, I like Rux, I just don't like this burst special. Okay, now for Puru in the Queebly Mug 2, and this is Funnel's max power. Yeah, that's let's look at that again. Oh, honestly, I was kind of expecting her to go Puru Puru. I was actually a little hoping forward to that, but you know, you can't get everything. But yeah, she just fires the funnels. Not like that's just what she does. It's all right, you know. She just rapid fires all of her funnels. It's very fast, but there's nothing more to it. Honestly, I kind of like the other Puru's burst special now more, just because of she sends them out. So I'm warming up to that one a lot more to this one. This one isn't that great. I want to give it a D, because like it's at a weird angle where you don't even see the funnels, kind of, where you just think she's shooting out of her hand. It could have been done, like, at least they could have put the funnels in a weird spot, or like have it like around her moving or something, but it just looks very alright. It's not that. At worst, I mean, at best, you see funnels just shooting at her, but at worst, it just looks like she's shooting her main gun a bunch of times. And I think that's the problem, that you can easily mistake this as for something it's not. So we're gonna give it a D. At least it's better than the snipe, and it, actually no, the super is somewhat better, so yeah, we'll keep it there. Now for the Zaku 3 custom with Maxi, and his burst special is I Swear Upon This Rose. There's a few things I gotta say about this. First, it's just a bunch of swings, but I very much like the last swing where you stab them, then you do a flip and just huck them the other direction. But not only that, I want you guys to hear closely to the audio cues. I just, you know, it's just very in character that he's just constantly saying Hamon's name over and over again while doing this burst special. You know, I like this guy. He has his priorities straight, and it's a very simple thing. Everything else, then above everything else, is Hamon, and because of that, I want to give this guy a low B, just because, you know, I respect him. You know, this guy's very respectable. I loved him in Double Zeta. He's alright, you know. Now for Lady Hamon's 8 guy and her burst special. Oop, jeez, wrong button. Alright, you know, I can get behind that. It is just exactly like the other one's pressure. However, she does a lot more emphasis with the pose, and maybe it's because it's an 8 guy and they're a little like stubby, but she does take out her arms and she kind of just T-poses for a second. I do like that, and you know, I'm, I don't really like this burst special in general, but it is the 8 guy, which I'm a little biased to, and it is Lady Hamon, so you know, there's that. I wouldn't rate this high, but I would rate this above the other pressure. This one is executed better, but it's still just a pressure, which isn't the greatest. Okay, now for the Geodoga with the burst special, I am a new type. Okay, short, simple, clean. I do like the ending part where I think those are Geodogas, hold down the enemy while you take that last slash. It looks good, you know, I don't see anything wrong with it. Yeah, that's solid, that's it reminds me of the Stingray. I always forget. I can never pronounce this guy's name. It reminds me of that. But where are you? You are right here. Yeah, it reminds me of this guy's Yazin's mobile suit, where it holds the enemy down. However, I do like this one a little more. And it's not just because there's more mobile suits holding it down. It's because while it's holding it down, instead of taking a single shot, you go up and do the finishing like swing. I think that's a little better. So I do want to put this just above Yazin. Okay, now for the F91 with, let's see, what's this one called? Multi-weapon attack. Now I'm a big fan of the F91, I very much love this mobile suit. I really do not like this burst special. It's, okay, I'm gonna give it a little bit of a benefit of a doubt, because it is the F91, and the F91's a very fast mobile suit, especially when it's in MEPE mode. So we could look at it as it's zooming all over the place while shooting, and you can't really keep track of it. I also do like that it's using all of its weapons, it's using the beam bazooka, its beam rifle, and the cannons, the VSBR, I believe. Maybe if I'm in MPE mode, please, maybe, would this look a little better? Yeah, this looks a little better in this because it leaves the after images. Where are you? I don't... It's bare bones. It's very close to being awful. So I'm gonna give this a low C. It's very close to being just god-awful. And thinking about it, maybe one of these should go to... Actually, no. So far, we haven't gotten something that was just... This is disgusting. Maybe these two would have been brought down to F, but there's at least something about it that I'm like, okay, actually, no, maybe Lux's is just an F. I would have to think about that. If we don't run into anything that's as bad looking as Lux's, then I would have to give it an F. But so far, you know, let's just keep moving. Now for the Victory Gundam. The Victory Gundam's got 2 burst specials, so let's just cover it one at a time. You guys know already, I don't like Jirobis. The backpack looks nice, but it's just that it's not even a bendable Jirobi like the MK2s. It's just a straightforward thing. Ah, God, you know, I don't like doing it, but God, that is... I would have to give this a low D. It's just there's so much better looking Jirobis that... Oh God, I don't want to give it an F, but... It's not, actually it might be an F. It's just... I think it's better than Rux's, and I think it's bad, but I don't think it's bad as Rux's. You know, I might have to give Rux an F. I really think this one's bad. It does not look good. But let's cover the other one. Now, if you guys seen the previous one, you guys know already what the second burst special is gonna be, and it's just a punch shoot. You know, it lasts longer, which I really like, and I think it just looks better on this guy just because it lasts longer so you can really like understand what's going on. But it's the same opinion that I had in the last one with the 150 Victory Gundam. Looks alright. It's fine, nothing terrible, but it's a C. I don't like it that much. It's just I know it's better than the F91. I think it's better than that. I think it's top C. Honestly, right now, C rank, I just don't like anything in C right now. Like, D is just like, D is basically F at this point, because I don't like the things at C. D are the things I really don't like. So something has to be really special for me to put it in F tier. And you know, I'm thinking of putting Rux. Just because at least it's a big Jirobi that's bendable. It's the Queebly, so you know, the funnels are shooting, but you can easily mistake it. It's just weird look. Actually, no, we'll put you above here, because at least the parts, like the part attack is unique. I'm gonna give it, oh wait, no, this isn't the, I messed up. No, this is the part attack. This is just the Jirobi. Yeah, no, this Jirobi is much worse than this one, so. Alright. It's time for the wheel. God, I love this thing so much. It's so dumb looking. I get a kick out of this thing every single time I look at it. It's the burst special is so dumb. You just drift on them and drag them along with you. It's so goddamn stupid, and you get to move around. Oh my god. This is such a good burst special just because of how stupid it is. It's very gimmicky. It's like you're a giant wheel and you're thinking, oh, what's your burst special gonna be? And like, I'm just gonna run them straight over and drag them with me. Ah, god, I love it. And the fact that you get to control it is just a little icing in the cake. This is a very good looking burst special. How good looking? Just because of the novelty alone, I would give this a high A tier. Just cause, god, I just like it so much. It just looks so stupid. That's what did you expect the giant wheel to do? You can't argue with this stuff. It's beautiful. Okay, now for the Dragon Gundam. Oh, that's so good looking. Oh my god, I love that. Just like the flurry of punches and kicks. It would be okay if it was just a flurry. However, the ending where you charge up that like final kick, like look at that, bang, 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 bang. You look okay. Hit him mad in the air, do the pose, have the lettering. That right there is beautiful. That's such a good-looking burst special. Now he does have a second burst special, but it's not really very different. It just skips the flurries and it goes straight into the kick. So let me just show you guys that. That's so good. Oh god. I think, honestly, that might be an S. That's just so nice. It just tickle, I don't know, it might be an S or a high A. I think it might be a high A. I feel like I have too many things on A tier, but like, these are just good looking moves. They complement the mobile suit. They're just solid. I don't know, maybe I'm being too lenient right now, but I like it. I don't want to give it an S, but at the same time, I'm going to be on the fence. This is going to be a very high A tier. Actually, let me move the wheel. Let me move the wheel right here. Because the wheel just has novelty. That's why I like it. It's just, it's insanely unique. And being that unique deserves a little bit, like it deserves some points. I feel like the Dragon Gundams just executed really nicely. Especially the lettering, the G Gundam, the G fighters have some really nice things to them. Now for the Nobel Gundam, she has 2 burst specials. An interesting thing is to do her second burst special, you have to first activate the first burst special. So let's go into it, and the first one is... It's a pressure. However, it looks significantly better than every other pressure just because of the rage mode and that she changes. She basically goes from magical girl into, let me do it. Oh, and she screams. Now look at that. I like that a lot. That's actually really nice looking. I don't know, I just think it looks solid. It's the best pressure so far, just cause like the red to it, the fact that she screams and she changes and gets like, she goes into Berserk mode. So I want to give that a B, like a mid B, mid-high B. That's good. It's still a pressure, but it's alright, you know, I don't hate it. It just looks good. It looks good for a pressure. That's what I gotta say. Okay, now for her second burst special, and you can only do this when you're in Berserk mode. But a nice thing is her portrait changes when she's in Berserk mode. And she's just visually really angry. And her burst special is... Now, it's a little weird to look at because I'm at full health. But you have this sparkly effect and it just heals you, that's it. It's, you know, alright looking. Now, a thing you gotta know is that her first burst special actually becomes a normal, no, not it is. It becomes a normal move. So, like, that's why it's not the pressure again. But we're not grading it like that, we're just grading it on, like, the burst special. And this one is really bad. This is a clear F, just cause it just heals her. That's cool, but like visually that looks really bad. It's just that, like, yeah, you just sparkle a little bit, but you know, it'd be like that, you know. At least her first one's actually nice looking, but this one, number 2, yeah, yikes. Now with the Death Scythe, now for the Death Scythe, we got Slice and Dice. Yeah, that's solid. Like, do I gotta say anything else? It looks better at a range. Like this. Let me show you guys at a longer distance. Oh wow, I actually didn't know it had a max range. Let me show you guys at like a distance that actually works. Let's be like over here. Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with it. You throw the scythe, you turn invisible, then you do like a... It looks good. It's not amazing, but it's solid. It's nothing bad. I would give it a B. Yeah, it's a good B. I'll give it like this. Like right here. I feel like that's appropriate. It looks good. That's the thing. It just looks good. It's simple. You know, it's nothing extravagant, but that's not always a bad thing. It's good looking. Now the Heavy Arms Custom with bullet pants. Oh, that's the wrong one. You know, for a mobile suit that's entirely range-based with like all these heavy weapons, I'm actually pretty surprised. Like, it's a melee combo, right? It looks alright, you know, it's okay looking. I don't see anything bad about it, but I don't see anything great about it. I do like the end of it, which is nice, but Slice, you know, I do like that flip, kick. Huh. The important thing right now is, do I put this in front of the Death Scythe or after the Death Scythe? Just cause I think the Death Scythe is executed a lot better because it fits its motif of, you know, the scythe. This one, it's just like, it does have the acrobatics that the pilot does, but I don't know, it's okay. These both are just, they're practically at the same tier. They're just okay. They look good, just that's about it. Okay, now for the Sandrock. Okay, so everything about it is pretty normal. However, that ending slash, that slash through with the X, with the oh, that's actually, and you know, the hits are actually pretty nice. I do like how you move it around and stuff. But, you know, this is just something with the 2,000 cost wingsuits. They're alright. Honestly, this is the best, wing burst special so far. I feel like this is better executed than the Death Scythe and the Heavy Arms, but you know, the last part really sells it. I gotta say that. But besides that, it's just a regular, good-looking melee burst special. That's what I gotta say. This looks alright. You know, nothing bad. It's good. It complements the suit, but nothing like, okay, that's like, ooh. It's just nice, which is fine. Now for both the K-Pool and Corrin's K-Pool, these can switch mobile suits, however, their burst special is the exact same, no matter which form you are. Now the burst special's name, I forgot to check, is Right in the Junk, Rocket or Punch! So let's look at this. Okay, that's okay. I need to look at that again. I like that a lot. It just, I don't know why. It's just something about it. Oh god. Maybe one more time. I feel like there's supposed to be an audio cue that plays, and I'm trying to get it for you guys. Oh, so this thing moves really funny. There's the audio cue. Okay, the audio cue sells it, because he just puts so much of his chest into saying Rocket Punch. I love that. That's a really nice burst special. I would have to give that an A tier, just because he goes Rocket Punch. I think that's it also is just executed nicely, you know. You do the pyramid, you smack him, the rocket shoots, it pops him up, Corrin jumps up, then rocket punches him to the face. Well, to the junk. It's good. I gotta say it, the cute little amphibious mobile suits, and it's, you know, the amphibious bias, you know, what can I say? But overall, pretty good burst special. It sells. It sells the move. By itself, it's alright, but Corrin really sells the move. Now for the Silver Sumo, time for teamwork. Ooh, wrong one. That's good looking. Very nice. It's okay. The Gold Sumo has the exact same burst special. However, I think the Gold Sumo is better just because it's the Gold Sumo with Silver Sumos, so it has that color contrast. Also, Henry sells the move a lot better than she does. It's just like, listen, she just says universe, you know, it's not like, but you know, Henry screams it. It's okay, you know, you gotta sell the move. That's also something that's important. If a burst special can look alright, but if the character sells the lines, it's nice. I'll give this like a B. You know, I'll give it like It's better than the, actually, nah, I don't think. It's just that, like, comparing it to Henry's just looks a lot better. Just because Henry's just screaming. And it is a clone suit, so that's also why I'm being a little critical about it. But, like, it's a best example would be, like, with the K-Pools. Corrin really sells that move. And if you look at the Dragon Gundam, the pilot, he really sells that with his screaming. So that's something that's also you gotta keep track of that. Okay, now for the Strike Gundam. Okay, I very much like the Strike Gundam. It's really up there, and I just really like the design of the Strike Gundam. And it's really nice looking. I very much like that it incorporates all three forms of the Strike into the Burst Special and ends it with the... what the hell is this thing called? No, what is it? The IWSP pack. I really like how it ends it with that, and it like keeps you in that mode. You go normal mode, gun, sword, then end it with the pack. That's solid. That's really nice looking. I love how it's executed really it's just nicely executed. Now where the hell are you? Is this you? Yeah, this is you. I'd give this a low A tier. It's good. That's what I gotta say about it. It's good. It's a very good looking Burst Special. Maybe a high B tier. Because, yeah, maybe high B. Not B. B. High B tier. It's good, but I don't know. I don't feel like it's... because it's not Lady Haman good. Of this guy just smacking the shit out of someone while praising Lady Haman. This is the barrier of entry. Like, you have to be as good as someone just smacking someone over and over again while repeating Lady Haman. You have to be as good as someone just Tokyo drifting, initial D'ing you. Or if you look at these, like, these are like the gatekeepers. Okay, now for the Blitz Gundam. Okay. Alright, you know. It's just a regular melee attack, you know, it just goes back and forth. But I do gotta give it some points because it is invisible while it's doing it, so I can praise it for that. It's invisible while it's doing it, so I can give this... it's not as good as these guys. I feel like it's in between. I feel like I have to break them apart, but I like it more than the Death Scythe. But I don't think the Sandrocks... I think the Sandrocks just looks a little nicer. But it's good. It's good. But nothing's bad about it, but it's very, very basic looking. If it wasn't invisible, I would give it a C. Like, it's just alright. Actually, I could give it lower than that, because... it may be right here. Yeah. Now for the Forbidden Gundam. And you have the whole damn squad with you. I gotta see that one more time. It's... wait, let me test something. If this is what I think it is, then I'm gonna have to give this some extra points. You know, I like how it runs into the enemy and just goes heh heh and just runs them over. I really like that. It's good. It's good. It's a support. It's a support burst special, so I have to judge it from the support. And the support looks nice. It's shooting at the enemy while it's charging at them, and when it hits them, it doesn't just explode. It just runs them straight over, and I really like that. Because of it, I would have to give this guy... I think he's better than these. Just a B tier again. It's nothing amazing, but... Like right here, I like these guys a lot. I just think this is really nice and how it uses the combination. I think this is just executed nicely, and I really like this pressure move just because it goes into another mode. It like enters its Berserk stage, which is nice. But this just, it's a good support special, so I'll give it that. Okay, now with the Raider Gundam with the nuclear missile. This is basically exactly like the Gyan's, but I do have to give it more points to the Gyan, because at the very least, the AoE is purple, and just with every AoE, it's usually blue, and I think just because of that, I have to give this a higher spot than the Gyan's. Where's the Gyan? You know, the Gyan is so low that I would bring the Gyan to C tier. Just cause I didn't like it in general. However, I do think the Raiders is just better looking than the Gyans. But I don't think either of them are that good looking. But this puts the standard for the just basic AoE. Yeah, I would say that. Just the Gyans. You know, I just like the Gyan, but the Raiders just does it better. Now for the Strike Rogue with the Ortery backpack, and let's look at this. Okay. That's long. That's actually a pretty long burst special, but I do like how it's executed. Halfway you take off the backpack, it starts shooting and following you, and at the end you like end it with that explosion with the anti-ship sword. That's a good melee. That's there's nothing special about it. That's the biggest problem. There's nothing like super like unique about it. It's just a good looking combo, and that's something we're gonna see a lot with the 2000s and the 2500s. There's just gonna be a lot of burst specials that are like, yeah, that looks good. I think it looks better than Jared Doga. It just looks good. That's the thing. B tier, you gotta think. B tier is, it looks good, but it's nothing amazing. C tier, it falls on certain parts. D, I just think that it fails on so many parts. And F, I just look at it and I'm like, this is not good. This is not nice to look at. Okay, no, I think that's good. That looks good so far. But would I rate that higher than the... Yeah, I would, because like the Sandrock, I do like the end pose, but you know, I feel like this puts more effort into the moves, just with the backpack coming off and attacking, and you using a variety of weapons from like punching to a small dagger, to your backpack's Vulcans, then to you using the anti-ship sword. It mixes things up. Okay, now for the Gaia. God, you know, I really like the Legaos a lot better. This is just like, it's not awful. I'm not saying it like that. It's just that I don't think it falls. I just don't think it looks nice, because it can transform to a dog and like okay, this looks good, then it's just, oh, just slicing. That's like, oh, okay, like I was hyped up for something. Honestly, I'd give this a high C. Like the Legaos is a cost lower, but looks so much better. God, it's kind of disappointing. There is another Gaia Gundam in this game that's the same cost, so maybe that one will look better. Okay, now for the gunner Zaku Warrior. Her burst special is an assist burst special. You call in the impulse, and the impulse just runs at the enemy. I do like this just because it's quick. Like, the impulse just books it the second it starts, and I like that. I just like how it just goes straight at the enemy with its anti-ship sword. Like, it just goes meow. However, there is something else about this burst special that I feel like is gonna add some points to it. And you can actually do a follow-up. So you call in the burst special, and if you shoot the impulse, you create a small explosion, which is... it adds some flavor, that's... Because of that, I gotta rank it I think it deserves a decent ranking. Now, I do not think it's better than the Forbiddens. I feel like the Forbidden calling in the whole squad looks nice. I don't think it's better than the Wings. I think it's like right here. It's in front of the Blitz. It's just nice, you know. I think the interaction and just... it is just a regular, very plain burst. Actually, it's a little too plain. I think I'm just being very generous. I think it deserves B maybe, but you know, it's an assist. That's where you have to look at it. You're not looking at the Zaku Warrior, you're looking at it calling assist. Takes out its hand, it just goes, runs straight at the enemy. And it does that, which maybe a little lower, like right here. I don't... yeah, I think it deserves right here. It's not bad. I like it. It's a simple assist call, burst special. I just like the speed it goes. The impulse screams while running at the enemy, which is nice. And the little interaction you can do where you can shoot it and it explodes. A little gruesome and kind of messed up, but it adds character. Okay, now we're with the same pilot, but it's a different mobile suit. It's Luna now piloting the Impulse, which was the mobile suit she called in a previous burst special. But this burst special is still a support burst special, and she calls in the Destiny, which does the literal exact same thing. And like the last one, you can shoot it, so it's practically the exact same thing, which is really funny. Yeah, you can call that, you can shoot that, yeah. I also like how like he screams at you when you shoot him and like Luna goes sorry, but it's fairly simple. Something I do like more about the Zaku Warrior is that in general the Zaku Warrior looks like a ranged mobile suit. With its very long gun, it looks like a mobile suit that will fight at a distance and support fire, which it does. And it calling in the Impulse just means that like it's using that as a defensive option. It fits the like support role, like you're calling in someone that's a melee centric suit to go in and defend you. But in this one, it just looks a little weird because you have the Impulse and the Destiny's coming in. I like the Zaku Warriors more than this one. Not significantly more, but they're practically the same thing, that they're just gonna be right next to each other. I don't want to give this thing any lower just because it's literally the exact same thing. It does get some points because it's calling in the Destiny Gundam, which is just a nicer looking suit. But, you know, it could have... it's alright. Alright, now for the Goof Ignite. I don't like it. Like, I don't like the multiple melee swings. Like, I thought it would use its whip a lot more, because look, it's just nice, okay, and just, yeah. He has a move that's basically the same thing, like this, look. That move is better looking than his burst special, and I don't like this one. Like, I really don't like this one. Because, like, some of the Goof Ignite's regular melee combos just look better than its burst special. I would give this one a C. I don't like it, but I would give it a high C. Actually, no, I'll give it lower than the Gaia, because at least the Gaia transforms and stuff and does something like that. It's just, this one's not that... I think it's very close to being good. I just don't know what it needs to be good. Alright, so now we're back at the Gaia, and let's look at this. It's literally the exact same burst special. It's just gonna go right next to him. I do like the other one just because I like the color scheme a little more. Literally the exact same thing. There's nothing to talk about. Okay, now time for the Dynamis. That's really good looking. Like, it's fairly quick, but hitting the enemy really high up into the air and taking out your biggest sniper rifle to take a shot, it's just like, okay, hit him up. Oh, that thing's damn massive. Cause like, it would have worked if it's, wait, I think he has a move. No, what is it? Is it this? Yeah, he has a move that's kind of similar to it, but he's not using his sniper rifle. He's using the really big one, and I like that a lot. What's the name of it? High altitude sniper rifle. I think this is good looking. It's solid. It's actually, I honestly think this is A tier, cause like, I just really like how the shot is taken. No, it's high B. It's high B. Yeah, I think it's better than the. I just like that, like, the execution is nice, where you just take that shot. Again, you gotta put uniqueness into it, because there's just a bunch of... It is a melee combo, but it does something different, which I like. It's solid looking, you know? I think I like this one a lot. Alright, so, be prepared to see Sachiwa... Alright, now for the Exia. I'm not the biggest fan of this one. I like how he gets into that thing, but like, he just goes back and forth. I don't know, I'm just... It's alright, but I think the Dynamis is a better melee special. I feel like the Dynamis executes it a lot better than the Exia. I think it's a low B. It's good looking. It's, at least it's not like the, where is it? The Blitz? No, where's the Blitz? Yeah, and, why are you Blitz? Yeah, I think it's better than the Blitz, because the Blitz does something similar where it just goes back and forth, but it's only invisible. This guy gets into something, then he stabs you, gets off it, and smacks you. I think because of that, it's... So yeah, I put it right there. It's alright, you know. Nothing to write home about, but I think it does look good. Alright, now for his zombie mode, which is the Exia Repair. Honestly, I like that. Just because I like the idea that the Exia is heavily damaged. It's nowhere near how it originally was. It's missing a damn arm. Its GN sword is broken. It's in tatters. It literally has a cloth over it. I just like the idea that it's like, if you look at the stance, it's putting the sword in front of him and just running straight at the enemy. It's doing a little suicide Hail Mary. This is everything. I'm putting everything into this move. I like that. I think this is better than his burst special. Yeah, I feel like the zombie is better than his normal burst special. But I feel like they're both in the same spot. I feel like they're just fairly simple. Like, it's just... I do like it, which is actually surprising, because it's just a running straight move. But how it's performed, just because the Exia is so broken down, it makes sense, because that's like the only thing he can do, because all of his weapons are gone, he's missing a damn arm, and it looks good. I like it. Now the Thorn Dre with, what is it called? You're better off dead, I believe? Yeah. So let's look at this. Okay, it's bendable. I gotta look at it a few times. Not a fan of Jirobi's, but this is a heavy support mobile suit. Like, its kit involves entirely around supporting, like calling in other people, but like what's happening, because you're looking at it from the back, the mobile suit you call in is not just shooting a Jirobi, it's actually using the Dry's power source that's connected to the other mobile suit, so it's both of the GN generators powering the Jirobi, which is nice. I'm not a fan of Jirobis, but this one does have just an itsy bitsy tiny amount of character that puts it in C. It doesn't belong in D. I think it's... yeah, let's put it right here. Because... actually, no, I think it's better than the Victory's Jirobi. But, yeah, let's keep it right there. Now time for the Delta Plus. This burst special is technically a support, but let me show you guys. It's really weird. Now, you become your MA mode and the unicorn's on top of you, and you shoot machine gun shots and rockets, and the unicorn shooting its beam magnum. I'm gonna be at a distance so I can show you guys. I like it in a way. I just feel like it's executed in a really weird way. It's not executed poorly, it's just that you controlling it as the player can make this burst special look really janky. Cause look, cause if I'm just like right here, it just looks super weird. Like if I just miss everything, I don't know, there's something about it that I don't think it looks terrible, but I feel like it just... something's wrong about it that I don't know what it is. And because of it, I don't know how to rate this properly. I think it's a C, but it could be a... maybe a high C? It's not bad, I like it, but there's a lot of things wrong with it. It would take a long time for me to explain everything that I feel weird about it, and at the moment, I don't even know what's about. Like that, it's in this really weird spot. I'm gonna sit on this. I might come back to it and reevaluate it, but right now, I'm just not feeling it. Okay, now for the Roland Zulu. It's a decent looking Jirobi visually, however there's a lot of things I don't like about this. First things first is when you enter burst, you actually call them 2 Gear Zulus, which is really cool, but they don't do anything during the burst special, so never mind. But first of all, this doesn't, like, I feel like the startup's really weird. I don't like it, but at least it does something different. At least it's visually different compared to the other two. Well, not the other two. Compared to the other Jirobis, at least it's something different. But besides that, I don't like this one. I would have to put it right here. Ah, God, it's not good. I don't like it. It looks decent at least, but something about it just doesn't sit well with me. But it's not that bad. Okay, Kasachia time. Honestly, that's a good Jirobi. Let me explain why. Because it's absolutely massive, but it ends nearly as fast as it starts. Like, pay close attention. It started... oh, no, that's the wrong one. Look. It starts and it already ends. A problem of it is that because you go into the POV, you can't actually see the Jirobi going off, but she's shooting her big Jirobi. All of her funnels are shooting small Jirobis. If you were the enemy, it looks nice, but because of the weird POV, it does look like just a little weird. But I still like it a lot. I think it's the quickness and like the disjointed other Jirobis. Yeah, I do like it. Cause some of them are doing like beam walls, while other ones are just taking small little shots. I think it's pretty good. I think it's the best Jirobi so far. I'll give it the worst B. It's the best Jirobi so far, but it's still a Jirobi. Okay, now for the Age 1. Now the Age 1 can change forms. It's all the exact same burst special no matter what form you're in. Okay. That's good looking. It's clean. I like how it uses all its forms, and it ends and keeps you in its first form, which is pretty cool. Like, I like how you go in with Sparrow mode, just for the quick slice. You go into tightness to throw the enemy up in the air because that's a strong form. Then you go back to your first form and just shoot them up in the air. It's nice. Nothing too special, but like, right here. Nah, in front of here, actually. Yeah, right here. I think it's nice. I think it's nice right here. I think the Dynamis is a little better because I just like that snipe in the air. But it's good just because the transformation looks solid. I like when a mobile suit has multiple forms and the burst special utilizes all the forms. Alright, now for the first eye. I like that one a lot. Let me show you guys one more time. I like that one a lot. I like the assist, but I like how you guys incorporate both of them. Like, look, I go in, hit the enemy, the assist comes in, beats the shit out of it, and look, it just still goes, and you can move after that. I very much like that one. It's not, maybe I'll put it in A tier. I don't think it deserves A tier though. I think it deserves, like, I feel like everything's just rotated. It's just, I just like how it's a two people burst special. One is being the support and one is being the melee. And they're really complementing each other. I just like the variety. It just has a nice diversity to it, where like you get the shooting and the melee. I feel like it's right here. This one's a really good one, but like, I just think it belongs right there. Okay, now for the Giacana full dress. I like that. I'm always a huge fan of spray and pray, and that's something nice about this. And I like the confidence in the mobile suit, because she's just crossing her arms, and it's just like, look, if you're in this general area, you're gonna get hit. Look at this. See? It's just like, I'ma shoot everywhere. It's accuracy to volume, which is really nice. But besides the flavor text I was saying, it's, it's not amazing, but it's a C. It's better than these guys. It's a high C, It's just very simple looking. It would be lower, but with the things I said makes it a high C. All right, let's look at the Montero. Oop, that's the wrong thing. Oh, God damn it. Come on. It's alright. I don't like it. It's just that, like, it's fairly simple. Like, you know, let me narrate it while it's going off. Because it just doesn't have any, like, damn. So you throw it, slice again, you connect both of them, and it's okay. But that's all I can say. It's okay. It's not bad, but it's okay. I'd honestly give this a C. Yeah, like right here. I think it's better than these, but like, it's just okay. Like I said that 4 times already, but let's make it a 5th. It's just okay. Okay, Masks Mach Knight has 2 burst specials, so let's go over both of them. There's the first one. Why is that so, it's just sold so nicely. It's very long, but I like the spinning ballerina dances. Like, look at that. You just hit them, swing, and just go, let's keep on spinning, spin again, kick, then just do the little judo throw at the end. That's good looking. Now, how good looking is it? Let's put it right here. I think it's low B. Like, yeah, maybe right here. Let me think. Yeah, like, no, yeah. It executes its burst special a lot better than it executes, than the wings. I feel like it does it a lot better. I think it just has character. I like how Mask is laughing while he's doing it. It just looks good. Okay, for his second burst special, I like that one. It's okay. It's that he's basically breakdancing while shooting off everything. He's shooting machine gun shots, beam shots, rockets. It just looks really good. Like, I don't know why. It's just that breakdancing while shooting. It's just some Bayonetta level stuff, which I just find attractive. Like, it's a very attractive looking burst special, just because, like, the movement. Because if he was just shooting everything, it was like, okay, it looks nice. But it's the dancing that really sells it. Now, where would this be? I think it's better. No, I think it deserves B, but I don't know where in. I'll probably put it right here. I just like it because of the dancing, but I know it's fairly simple. But it does shoot multiple, like a variety of its guns, so I gotta give it points there. Alright, time for the Barbados. That's an A. That's a low A. It's just executed really nicely. I like the katana slashes that ends with the mace, and the ending where you throw it at them, you grab it and you whip it out of them. That looks good. It's very normal, but that normalcy really just looks good. I like it. It's a very good basic melee. He doesn't say anything, he doesn't do anything extravagant, but just because of the execution and like how it plays out, I think it looks good because of that. Okay, now for the Barbados' second burst special, and this is actually a counter, so it's gonna be a little weird to time, just because I gotta switch controllers right away. I like that one as much as I like the first one. I very much like the jumping slash, and that like knee to the stomach really sells it, but it's... Do I like it more? I like it more than its regular burst special. I don't know why. I just think like, I think it's the jumping. It's the jumping downwards link like attack into like this the knee into the point blank shot that really just looks nice. So now we're moving to Kamara's Trooper. It has the same vibe as the Barbados. I really like how you're running at the enemy. You hit them, then you run straight back at them, but while you're running at them, you're shooting. I do like that in Impale, then you grab another weapon and start beating them. But I don't... It's nice, but not that nice. I feel like it's not executed as nice as the Barbados, but I feel like it's a high B. I think it's right here. I think the Exia's... Actually, no. I like these more than the Exia. And, yeah, I like it more than the Noel. I just think it's just executed really nicely. It just has some, like, from beginning to end, like, you just know where it's going, which is nice. And it just, it's not just the melee swings. I like the shooting while it's charging at the enemy. I feel like that added some points. But it's good. So here's the build strike, full package. I'm gonna be honest, that's a very good looking burst special. It's just from the melee swings to that slight build, like the slight shots of the head Vulcans, and ending with that final shot POV. Look at this. Smack, slice, 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 slice. That's good looking. That's solid. That's an A. I think it's just executed really nicely. I think it's better than the Barbados's. It just looks very good. And I think the POV really helps in the moving around. Yeah, I think it's actually... Should I give it an A? I think I just really like the build strike. I think it's the final shot that really sells it. It's just the really good looking, like... It ends it really nicely. Just with that final shot, I feel like that what makes it A tier. Just that powered up shot just really... Yeah, I feel like that's what does it. Now for the Zaku Amazing. I like that a lot. Like, I just like that it's one melee swing that, like, it just stuns the enemy. And you just backflip while shooting, then you end it in a final shot. Like, bam, backflips. That's good. It's very extra, which I really like. That extraness adds flavor. And I feel like that's... I like it more than Dynamo. Oh, no, this is the wrong one. Please, let me put that back down. There we go. I like it more... Actually, no, I like it right here. I just very much like it. I feel like it's very simple, but it's executed really nicely. Especially with the... There's only 3 things. The initial hit that stuns the enemy, the backflip while shooting, then that final shot POV, and it's just from beginning to end, it's just very clean. Nothing about it is boring, which I like a lot. Alright, I almost forgot to show you guys the Zaku Amazing Zombie mode, and when it dies it becomes the Amazing Booster, and this has a burst special, and it's this right here. It just charges at the enemy while shooting everything, like its main gun and its missiles. Nothing too extravagant. It is a zombie mode, but it's a D. It's just bad looking, you know, it's nothing special. You expect that from a zombie mode, but we're not rating it off that. It's just that, like, it charges at the enemy, shoots its gun, and shoots its missiles. Nothing more, nothing less. Okay, GPO1 FB. Yeah. Let's look at it one more time. You can control the direction he's going with the analog, but maybe just one more time. Oop, wrong one. I don't like this one at all. It's the F91's burst special, but worse. The F91 at least is using other weapons. This one is just using its main gun. I honestly gonna give this an F. There's a suit that has the exact same burst special, but it's just executed better, and it's in the same cost, and that's the F91. I don't like this burst special at all. So let's go with the Space Mommy herself and use the Gaplant. I like that one a lot. Like, I just like how she calls in a bunch of Gelgoogs and they just all beat the shit out of the guy. Then she comes in and just takes the shot. Like, let's look at it one more time. Go slice through. Bang, 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 bang. Okay, let me finish this off. And oh, that's good looking. That's beautiful. Okay, that's... Let's see, where is that? That might be A tier. Just because I think it's better than the Barbados's. I'd put it right here, actually. I do think it's A tier. I very much like how you call in just an entire squad of Gelgoogs to beat up someone, then you grab them and you just don't finish them off. You get the gun, put it point blank to them, and just pull the trigger. I think it's like right here. Like, I think it's right here. I very much like this one. Maybe it's some form of bias because I really like the Gaplant aesthetically, and I very much like the pilot. Now time for Gato's Gelgoog. I don't like it. It's very bare bones, like... Oh god, that is... what's it called? Zeon? That's very bare bones. Like, it's... there's no pizzazz. There's no, like, spice. There's no flavor to that burst special. It's just a bunch... It's just a melee. And that's what I... this is an example of what, like, I don't like it. It's just like, okay, what are we gonna do? We're gonna slice them, shoot, and just that's it. I don't like that. I really don't like that one. I have to give it a D. It's a high D, it's just I don't like how it's executed at all. I just feel like it falls flat. Crossbone X2 time, and I really love the crossbone suits. Woohoo! That is good looking. Oh god, my voice. I like that. Let me just get a sip of water. But I like... It's a Jirobi, right? But it's not just a Jirobi. You stun the enemy, so they're gonna get hit by the Jirobi. But not only that, you call in some dudes to just suicide the enemy. Then you take the shot, blowing everything up. That's good looking. I like that a lot. And I feel like that's a high score. Maybe it's not as good as the Zaku Amazing. Let's see. I like it more than the Dynamite. The Dynamis. I just feel like there's so much going on in this one that it just complements it. I just really like the execution to it. Yeah, I feel like it's nice right there. I just think the execution's really nice. I very much like the Crossbone X2, and you could say it's my bias towards Crossbone Gundam. Who knows? Alright, let's just skip the filler and get right to it. I very much love Blue Destiny, so let's just go right into it. Well, that's an insanely good burst special. It's the exam just fisticuffing you, knocking you into the air, shooting a rocket, and just the final part just being it yeets an entire GM at you. Like, look, slice, punch, 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 rocket, and just a yeet of a GM. It's not, it throws an entire GM at you. That's good looking. That's a good burst special. It emphasizes just like the raw power of the exam. And I just really like the exam a lot, so I apologize. But I honestly believe that's an S tier burst special. The exam just goes way too hard with its punches. When the blue Destiny's an exam, I just love the satisfaction of it punching things, because it puts its weight behind those punches. And I feel like at the end, when it yeets the damn GM at you, it really sells the move. It just looks really good in my opinion. Okay, now for the red frame. The red frame has two burst specials, so let's go over both of them. Here's the first one. It's just a giant ass katana, which is hilarious. But that's not the only thing. It has a variation of this, and if you hit left or right when you do the burst attack, and instead of going vertically, it can go horizontally. Okay, so let me just say this. I got a little too hype about the Blue Destiny. I'm gonna bring the Blue Destiny down right here. This burst special deserves an S. Because if you look at everything, the Astray just says, okay, look. My burst special isn't gonna be some, nothing personnel kid. I slice you a million times, teleport behind you, unsheath my katana, resheath my katana, you slice a billion times. It's not gonna be anything like that. I'm just gonna bring a big ass katana into the fight, and I'm just gonna go swanging. That is a good burst special. That's an excellent burst special. It's just so funny that it just brings a giant katana into battle, and it's just like, okay, sweeping horizontally or vertically. I like that a lot. Now it's time for the Astray's second burst special, and it gets the giant sword sheath thingy, and it shoots a Jirobi. I like the initial startup of it. I feel like it's really up there for being the best Jirobi. I'll put it behind the Kshatriya, because I do gotta give the Kshatriya credit for like how it looks. It's just nice looking, Now to one Astray to the next, this is the blue frame. I like it. I like the synergy between the blue and the red. I like how you throw your giant sword and the red frame uses it, then you go behind it and basically like slice it with your dagger. It looks nice. It's a good... Let me think. I like the execution. The execution is simple and nice, which I like a lot. Like I don't think it's nice as these, but I'll put it right here. I just think the execution is done fairly simple. Like, I think it's the weapon swapping that like really sells it, and it's just that like it's simple and it's clean. Alright, now let's move to the Dreadnought. It looks a little weird. I don't get it, because it puts it into like the pyramid and they just explode. I think you understand what it's doing, but like it's just like, it's okay. Like that's what I gotta say about it. It's okay. It's not great, but it's not bad. It's just, it's very bare bones. I think it goes in like the C. I feel like it's really just bare bones. Like right here, it's really, really bare bones. And like double so, because it's using the funnels, but yet it still looks just, yeah. Alright, now let's move into the gold frame, and the burst special is... Okay, at first, this looked kinda mid. But as it moved forward, it got better and better. Like, the beginning just looked like the Raiders. Oh, I know, what is it called? The Blitz? Like, it turns invisible and like, okay. Oh wait, no, that's the wrong one. So it's like, alright, okay, alright, ooh. The saving factor to this is the Uzuma drop at the end. I feel like that saves it. Other than that, I don't like it that much. I think it's above the, actually, I think it's in front of the Jiradoga. I do like the age because of how simple it is, but I feel like this just, if it wasn't for the Uzuma drop, it would be like a C. But I feel like the Uzuma drop saves this. The Stargazer, this is a very unique looking mobile suit. That's clean. That's it's just, that looks good. Like, it's so simple, so fast, but it just grabs you, drags you forward, then uses the, I forgot, the Stargazer system to like bounce you off. I don't think it deserves A, but I feel like it's the second best B. I think that's a very good looking burst special. So finally we're at the last two mobile suits, both being high mobility late type Zaku 2s. First one is Johnny Raiden. That's actually pretty good. You gotta remember that unlike other suits, these are literally just Zaku 2s that go really fast. That's all they are. They're just piloted by aces, and I feel like this is executed nicely. I very much like this because of how simple it is. It's just like, okay, it's a regular ass Zaku that just goes really fast. It goes in, hit, kicks off, grenade, rocket. That's good. I very much like that one. I would give that one a... From how... Look, let me explain why I'm giving it an A. It's just so simple, but it's executed in such a nice way that I expected significantly less from a literal Zaku 2. Like, Char has an excuse because he can bring in the Zagok. It's just, this is basically a ace grunt suit, and it goes really, I have to give it for the points of that it's nice looking. And it just uses very basic weapons. It goes in, uses the Heat Hawk, throws a grenade, then uses the Zaku bazooka. Simple things that lead to a very nice execution. Now here's the final mobile suit. It's the high mobility late type Zaku 2 Shinmatsu Naga. This is not the best way to end the video. I don't like this one at all. It's literally just a melee combo. If you looked at the other High-Mo Zaku, it puts so much variation into it, while this one is just a bunch of melee swings. I have to give this one a D. It just doesn't look good in my opinion. It looks like Gato's, where it's just swinging and shooting, but Gato's, Shinmatsu Naga, and Johnny Raiden all have the same thing, where they're just basic mobile suits, but Johnny Raiden just does it better. It just is, I don't like it. Well everyone, we're finally here. After almost 2 hours, I finally went through all the 2000 cost mobile suits. I just want to tell you guys this for the people who actually went through the entire video. I did this all in one sitting. I am very tired, but I felt like we really I had to truck through it, and I very much enjoyed it. I like this list how it is. 2000 cost just has some very good burst attacks. It's just, none of them are really like, meh. There's just some very basic ones, but overall, all of them are just generally good. There's a few like just blech ones, but at the worst, it's just a basic melee combo, and at the best, it's just something super unique like the wheel, like the exam just going ham, or like the Astray bringing a giant ass sword. 2000 just has like a nice variation to it. It just has like this, it has a good medium, it has a good average. Overall, I'll give 2000 cost a B, just cause they're either like alright to nice. Actually, I'll bump that up to like a A minus. Overall, actually let me do it right here. Overall, 2000 cost gets an A minus. I didn't find trouble with any of them. Most of them were just pretty positive. As you see, most of them were at least a B up. But anyways, I hope 2500 cost is basically the same, where they're all really nice looking. But like usual, Slothcakes here. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Hope to see you guys in the third version of 2500 cost. We're halfway there. 2500 cost doesn't have as much mobile suits, so it shouldn't be as long as this one. But anyways, have a good one and see you next time.